Look alive, ladies and gentlemen, sports fans around the world. We are the Millie Goats. This is episode 40, June 25th, 2023. Let us be the first to wish you and yours a happy National Catfish Day. I apologize for my nose.
I was gonna say, I know our
We address-
listeners can't see,
You
but
been in a
they are
wrestling match,
watching.
dude?
Explain yourself,
Dude, I don't
You been
know.
in a wrestling match?
I was looking at the doc before the show, and I grabbed my nose like this, and then all of a sudden, I have a sensitive nose anyway. So,
I just
but-
sprayed beer everywhere.
yep. So we debated because this was episode 40, doing Edward 40 hands.
But our dad bod over here with his tank top
We-
shut it down.
We decided against that. Nobody wants to see that.
You'd be over here drinking Miller High Lives, making bitter beer face the whole time.
I walked in. Me and Edge got around to golfing today, and I walked in. And shout out to the boys we played with, Evan and Parker. We talked about
Nice.
the podcast. I don't know if they're listening to us, but shout out to them.
Nice.
But I walked in. My wife told me that I absolutely smelled like dog. You know what?
Yeah.
So I didn't just help my cause there by spraying beer everywhere, but we had a good time.
Hey, just shower before you go to bed. You'll be all right.
Give
I
yourself a
already
little.
showered. I showered, and she said I still
Oh,
smell
no.
bad. But
Did you hit the
shower
triple
again?
S? Did you hit the triple S? Shower, blank, and shave.
I did. I did not hit the blank,
Shower,
but I did shower and shave. Did shower
Shave?
and shave.
Why do you have a
There's
tampon
Butch.
in your nose?
Because I don't know, my nose just started
He
bleeding.
just got off a wrestling match. He's wrestling 285.
I mean, you've known me for like 30 years. So there you go. All right. National Catfish Day. We'll get to that in a second. Man, this is really terrible doing this with this thing in my nose. Oh, we're trying to win the Millie for those listening and watching.
It's a
Did
dog
we?
fight.
Did we? Hey, DraftKings is no joke, dude. Sometimes you got to put in the
Did we
work.
already start?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're out here.
Draft.
We're live.
We're living live.
We're living. We're trying to win the Millie.
Live.
Did we? Did anyone win
Look
the Millie this
alive.
Nope.
week? Did anyone win the Millie?
Now,
Okay. I didn't win it either. Butch P, did you win the Millie?
No.
No. Okay. None of us won the Millie.
I did
So-
play the right guys. I just didn't play them all.
Oh,
in the same
man.
lineup.
This is going to be fun because there was a lot of. We have golf, right? The Travelers finished today. I just came fresh off the beach. Was on the beach all day. That was awesome. We got to give props to baseball. Got to. I don't know if that's somebody's salute your sports. I saw it down there in the notes. Baseball stepped up the past week with all these other sports ending. I'm impressed. We got to give kudos to baseball. So, I mean, Major League and the College World Series have both been electrifying. We had the NBA draft. Wembanyama, the Wembin Brahma, the Brahma Bull. We got that going. Shout out San Antonio Brahmas for supporting our shirt. So, and then we had golf history again. We keep having golf history. So we'll get into all that here in a few minutes. And then we've got 2 new shirts ready on the website, raeo.live. I'm wearing the hat right now. Go to that website. If you're a Spurs fan, you can find the Win-Ben Brahma shirt. And if you're an LSU fan, you can find the home run shirt. Hashtag home runs with a tank on it, except home runs is spelled HEAUXRUNS. So shout out to the Brahmas. They were all over that. All right, on the show, salute your sports. Water cooler debate. DFS Segi, how dare yous? Other relevant sports news. Inter squad Dad Kings Jamboree results. We thought it was a sports dead zone, but we're giving all props to baseball. Like I said, Travelers, College World Series, Major League, NFL, rumor mill. So, but first, before we get into all that, it's National Catfish Day. Love a good catfish fight. Not too big on eating them, but these nocturnal swimmers don't have any scales. Their smooth flesh makes it difficult for anglers to clean. In the United States, the most commonly eaten species of catfish are the channel catfish and the blue catfish. They are also a good source of vitamin D. And in 1986, catfish comprised the third largest volume of finned fish consumed in the United States. And in 1987, Reagan designated June 25th as National Catfish Day by presidential proclamation. Boom.
Mm.
Wow. What do you think? Take on catfish. Catfishes. Is it catfish? What's the plural? What's the plural there?
If you're saying two different species, it's catfishes. But if it's just
Mm.
multiple of one species, catfish.
What do you think of
I didn't know there was multiple. I thought it was just a
thought it was like geese, catfish. Like moose and meese. Tex, what did you think about that? That the most consumed are the channel and the blue catfish.
I believe it. Because you
ever
probably. I've had all of them. I've had channel cat, flathead, blue cats.
because they're the easiest to catch, or because of
They farm them.
Yeah,
Easy to farm.
because they're easy.
Dude, we got all kinds of channel catfish out here. I've caught both of them. I've caught channels and I've caught blues.
You probably got flatheads over there.
I bet
Blues
so.
are more tolerant of high salinity water. So if it gets a little more salty, they can handle that a little bit better.
Biggest fish I've ever caught in my life was a blue catfish right out here.
What was it, like 5 pounds?
No, this thing was a behemoth. I couldn't even get it on the dock. So
like the blue marlin.
Mm.
yeah.
Did it have bite marks on it? Doesn't
Big
count.
dock. No.
Did Butch have his fishing license?
No, he cost us $3.5 million. Hypothetically,
Butch.
a few weeks ago, Butch P cost us.
Wow.
Unbelievable. Well, how do you feel about that, Butch P? You like catfish? Not the show.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Thanks. And that's Butch's take on catfish. All right. Salute your sports. This is where we take our view of the last few days of sports and we give our hottest take. All right. J-Vi, lead us off.
Hey, I thought about going a couple different directions here, but I saw something last second. Well, actually, I take that back. First of all, my first take is you talk about playoffs, and I have to bring this up because we had somebody mention it to us. You talk about playoffs. We have a full-on playoffs for college baseball. And who are the final two teams that are in the playoffs? SEC.
Yes. Thank you for proving
SEC.
my point. Thank you for proving my point.
Because your argument is the SEC isn't the best conference. We need a playoff
That's
to prove
football.
that.
That's
and
football.
we prove it by having two SEC teams in the college baseball
Thank you.
World Series.
Thank you.
So why do we need a full-on playoff if a SEC is going to be there anyway?
Why do we even play the game? Just give them the trophies.
Hang on, wait a minute. Let's
come on the show.
Let's talk about what happens.
You've got on the show, SEC. The whole conference.
You've got playoffs in the form of conference championships. Then you've got at-large bids to the regionals, and then you got to win your way through the regionals to make it to the super regionals, and then you got to win those to make it to the final playoff. So it's like there's tiers to it.
You know what the best part is?
Earn your way in. Yeah. I'm okay with that.
You know what the best part is the two teams that are playing for the college baseball World Series didn't even make it to the SEC championship in their conference tournament.
Yeah, there you go.
Wow. So you're saying that because they had a playoff, they were allowed to make
I'm saying the SEC is still the best.
Wow, that's interesting.
But that's not my salute my shorts. That's just to prove my point that whatever your theory is wrong. My real salute my shorts take-o Sunday.
In football, can Coastal Carolina win the national championship? Because they won it a few years ago.
Hey, if
Cal
they make
State
playoffs,
Fullerton.
they make playoffs.
Thank you for proving my point. That was really good.
Cal State Fullerton doesn't even have a football team, so you're just making stuff up there.
Undefeated since 1937.
My real take-o here is tennis, baseball. Have you guys seen this?
Is that like soccer golf?
Look it up. It's in Toronto, based out of Toronto. Tennis baseball league, based out of Toronto.
No way.
Catching fire. The pitcher,
Really?
the pitcher throws it up, hits a tennis racket. He hits it with his tennis racket, and you swing with a tennis racket. First baseman's everybody's got a tennis racket. The fielders have gloves, but you have a tennis racket in the other hand. Electric.
Are they
Electric.
playing with? Wait a minute.
Yes.
Are they playing with a tennis
Electric.
ball?
Yes. Yeah. Takeover. It's about to take over.
Okay, you know what would be really funny is what's really funny about that is I would love to see ESPN get a hold of that. No, because they would have to do exit velocities every time the thing left a racket.
Oh,
So it would
could you imagine the tracker on that thing? The tracker?
So what do they
my
do?
gosh.
Instead of throwing the ball, they like drop it out of their gloves and hit it with the racket?
Yeah. So like the pitcher,
Oh my
the pitcher
God.
like throws it up and hits it. What I saw was a pickoff move from the pitcher. So the pitcher was like in his windup.
What?
And he threw it up and he slung it to first, and the first baseman got it and tagged the guy out. And then he was like, he was celebrating, so he like tossed the ball up in his glove and he hit it around the horn like he was throwing it around the horn.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I have to watch that video. Holy
That's
moly! So
incredible.
the pitcher almost has like a table tennis
Pretty much, yeah, I think so.
delivery where he's
Tennis
sneaky
baseball
with it.
out of Toronto. It's a league. They have a
Oh,
league.
How many home runs do you think Tommy Tanks would hit in that league?
I don't know. I think it'd be harder to hit a home run than you think.
Are you kidding me with a tennis racket?
Yeah, I think
I do
think
that
it
all the
would-
time when we play tennis. Things
Yeah, but
That's unintentional.
if you're watching and you're playing tennis and you don't hit the ball over the fence when you're playing tennis and scream upper decker, you're not playing tennis.
I think it'd be harder. I think it'd be harder than you think.
All right, that's a good one. Okay, Tex, go.
I'm watching this video of them do this right here of them playing tennis baseball. That's legit
Okay.
right there. Mine is.
Couldn't wait till
Hang on.
after the show to do that. You didn't mean right now.
I just wanted to see. I just wanted to see it. Dude Perfect for me. I took the kids to watch the Dude Perfect live show. Exhilarating, every single bit of it.
What'd they do?
Full packed out Coliseum, full 20,000 people there probably. Watching these dudes do a live show where they do the elimination thing with basketball and football and archery and I mean everything. They did everything. There was like they had competitions with. They did like a all sports bowling where they had to throw like a football, knock over as many pins as possible. Then they had to do a soccer ball and kick it, and then they had to do a what was the other one? Yeah, and then they had another one. They had to shoot like basketballs, like 40-foot high basketball goals after they threw a ball into a moving hoop. I mean, it's crazy, man. It was awesome. The kids loved it. It was a great show.
So
And
is
then
it
I
real or
recommend
fake?
It's real. It's real. Everything's real. Like they got to actually do it. I mean,
Whoa.
the competition's real. Like the show is obviously a scripted show, but it's
But
awesome.
them actually performing it is
Yeah.
real time.
Everything's real.
Did they have tennis baseball?
No, they had like I said, all sports bowling. They had football throwing, baseball throwing, trying to hit targets and stuff like that, moving targets. It was, I mean, all different kind of stuff, man.
So-
it was
so is this
awesome.
real?
It was awesome. It's
Is
real.
this real?
It's real. Real.
Do people wear
Really
like?
real.
Do they wear their favorite players?
Yeah, they did. Like my
Who's your
kids bought. I
kid's
bought my
favorite
kid's
player?
shirt. Erickson likes Tyler because he's green.
Don't know who that is.
Well, if you
Ty-
as Levi gets older and he starts realizing what's going on with Dude Perfect, you'll be on the ship as well, the Dude Perfect ship.
Tyler Hubbard.
Roaming together. I don't know what his last name is.
Hubbard.
Hubbard.
And then Coco likes one of the twins, Cody or Kobe. I don't remember which one. I think the purple one
Nice.
or the yellow one. The yellow
That's cool.
So who won?
one. Purple guy.
Oh, nice. You picked the
Is-
winner.
Yeah, purple
Good for her.
hoser. It
Good
was
for her.
awesome, man.
Is that
It was awesome.
the guy
It's
that you
hilarious.
like?
I mean, whatever for
Wait,
me. I
who's
don't
your
know.
guy? Who's your
My
guy?
guy, I guess my guy would be Tyler.
Oh,
yeah.
You like Hubbard. Tyler and
I-
Hubbard.
whatever his last name is, I don't know. But then at the end of the show, they have a gospel session. So it's pretty cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's like a real clean, like super clean fun for kids, and they have their own app, so you don't have to go on YouTube and watch their stuff. But shout out YouTube, come on the show.
Come on the show. All right, here's mine. LSU elite nicknames. There's nothing that gets you more hype than baseball nicknames. They have Tommy Tanks, which was a transfer from NC State, so some NC State people are upset about that. And then they have.
Wait a minute. Question: was he Tommy Tanks at NC State as well?
I think he was. I think that's where Tommy Tanks was born.
Yeah, because he was hitting bombs there. I remember that a couple years ago.
Yeah.
But my opinion on it is you got to do what you got to do to keep him.
Exactly.
Don't let him leave. You can't be mad if he leaves. You got to do what you got to do to keep him.
Got to win.
Clearly, he's good.
Yeah. He hit that bomb yesterday.
Yes, that was awesome. I mean, we'll get into a little bit of that later, and then they had the guy who hit the home run last night. Or no, was it last night? The first game 1, the Bayou Bambino is what they called it.
Yes.
And they called it a belly bomb. I was like, man, baseball comes up.
That was in the 11th, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. After that guy had the one from Florida, had the 114 exit velocity line drive. So, but yeah. And then my other one was ESPN canceling shows. Dude, and I think all of them are Max Kellerman's. So I just found that hilarious. Like they're getting ready. Hey, come on the show, ESPN. Come on the show.
Max, come on the show.
Yes. There we go. Fratismo chiming in. Yeah, we're live. Excuse the nosebleed that I'm having because the high from this show. All right, Butch P, what's your salute your sports?
Well, Tommy Tanks did not show up today, nor did anybody from LSU.
Nobody did.
Took the day
because
off.
it was a shellacking. Florida
Dude.
came in with the Tanks.
Well,
yes,
and mowed everyone down 24-4.
LSU ran out of pitching. They had dudes pitching who hadn't pitched in like 3 weeks, 3
I was about
months.
to say, I mean, LSU had to be running thin on arms, especially if you go 11 innings last night.
They had dudes out there throwing sidearm. I mean, had dudes throwing
that guy played
submarine.
right field last night.
Yeah,
Are they even going to have any arms for tomorrow? I mean,
yeah, dude, they gotta throw their number 1 guy tomorrow.
You got to bring back Skeens on short day,
yes,
right?
he's got to throw tomorrow.
Even
if he only throws 5,
right?
Throw him 5. Throw the guy that played last night 2. Like you got to do something like that. It's a national championship.
Against Wake Forest and was still humming 98, 99, 100 mile an hour in the 8th inning, and I was like, "Holy crap, this guy should go."
That was homeboy last night. He was throwing 96 in the 8th.
Just try to imagine Bunton trying to do a squeeze play on 100 mile an hour pitch. I mean, that's tough to do. That was like I felt bad for the guy because he bunted as good as he could bunt it at 100 miles an hour. I don't know how you make that a soft bunt.
Well, no, I mean, there's nothing else that he could have done. The first baseman just made a spectacular play. So.
Oh yeah, that was phenomenal. That first game was incredible.
Squeeze.
That first game was incredible, unbelievable. Well, they had the 2 plays, and then you had the bombs by Florida. I mean, I don't know if the pitching's that good, or if they rely on the bombs too much. I'm not sure. So, but anyways, all right. Salute your sports. Thank you. All right, let's move into it. Water cooler debate segment. Hit it.
Wait, I wasn't ready.
You serious?
Oh my God, you're an idiot.
Are you kidding me?
Okay, this is the water cooler debate segment. This is where we take any topic, could be sports, could be life, could be whatever. We pick the topic, we give our answers. We put that poll on Twitter, and then we crown a winner. So, but first, before we do that, actually on Twitter at Millie Goats, you can see it right there in below my name. All right, first, the dad joke. What did the electrician say when he had to move some heavy lamps? This is light work. Oh, yes. All right. From last show, episode 39, J-Vi's show, we did a poll asking what were the GOAT shoes, the greatest shoes to wear after the age of 30. And your boy, me, AK, comes in with the win. The Hey Dudes. I want to credit J-Vi for convincing me not to do cowboy boots.
That's not like that's a win for me, right?
No, it's not. No. Nope. Where's the big board text? Do we have it yet?
I got one. I got to clean it
AK
off.
can hang the banner for telling.
Right. I will. I'm going to start hanging them back here. Water cooler debate banners. Best goat shoes over 30. It'll be a whole wall of banners back
you
here.
did hang a helmet.
I did. Look at that thing. And I duct taped the flag to the wall. The funny thing is, this helmet was sitting on my desk. Got a
The
new
whole
one.
time?
Yeah. That helmet's been sitting on my desk for like 4 months. All right. So I won with Hey Dudes at 46% of the vote. Butch P in second with Crocs. That was 24%. J-Vi in third with the On Clouds, which was 21%, and Tex 9% with the Extra Toughs. How do you feel about that finishing last?
Feels good. I know those shoes are the most versatile shoes.
I love Extra Toughs.
But if you guys go back and listen to last episode, Tex, he told this whole story about how he wears these shoes. But then immediately after he told that story, he told us another story about how he was wearing Crocs and he slipped. So he didn't start wearing those shoes until he slipped in his Crocs. So those weren't his GOAT shoes.
That slip happened last week.
Wow.
So the Crocs were his GOAT shoes until they did him dirty.
Are you calling him a fraud?
Should have been wearing my Extra Toughs.
Hey,
are you calling him a fraud?
I'm just saying.
He got mad at Crocs because he wore them out. Hey, they're not forever shoes.
Hey,
dude, he had his Indy 500 Crocs on.
He didn't have them in 4-wheel drive.
I didn't have it in sport mode. That's right.
Okay, we ran some other polls too. We threw up one because the Final Four in baseball. We did a state flower poll. It was the bluebonnet, the orange blossom, the flowering dogwood, and the magnolia for the 4 states that were still left in the College World Series. And the magnolia won. So I don't know, for reading the tea leaves or actually the magnolia leaves, is that foreshadowing? So
it's like Magnolia Gardens.
Hey, get your teas up. Tea leaves. Okay, and then we did another one that was the best appetizer. And Butch P, this is not an official win, but you still get a victory lap, but you can't hang a banner because it wasn't an official water. It wasn't an official water cooler debate. That was just one we had on the fly.
Well, we had like 6 of them last
yeah,
week.
I get a little crazy with the polls on Twitter. So, but still participate in them, folks. At Millie Goats. Who knows how many will come up with this episode?
We did have a record on that one.
We did. For the first time ever, somebody got 0% of the votes. Tex put up fried Oreos as an appetizer, and nobody voted for it.
Nobody likes dessert first?
Not a single person.
Oh, my gosh, dude.
It's kind of impressive, actually.
It really is. It's the first time I've ever. I was pulling for it at that point. I was like, okay.
If I get 1%, I win.
Yes, I was like, no, nobody vote for this. We got to see if we could set a record here. So Tex puts up fried Oreos as an appetizer, and the people shamed you. So,
well, they're missing out if you're not eating on Oreos as an appetizer that are fried.
Yep. All right, here we go. This episode's water cooler debate. So this is baseball inspired. We're all baseball this episode for the most part. I got to thinking, as Tex was talking about earlier, laying down a bunt, and I was like, man, the sack bunt is such a heroic play. You get so much love for a sack bunt. So, what is the closest sack bunt in other sports? What's the closest to that? What's the equivalent of a sack bunt in other sports? Tex, do you care to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
I was going to say on the triple option, the fullback dive.
Ooh. Yes.
That dude takes so much punishment because he gets faked every time and he gets truck sticked most of the time.
That's good.
That's the thing that I could think about that was probably the most similar to that. It's a real true bodily sacrifice.
Yep. I like that one. That's good. And so, for sack bunts, you're basically giving up your at bat for the betterment of the team. And for the fullback, you're basically giving up your body.
Yep.
Every time they pull it out of there. Boom. Kick it to the high motion guy or quarterback. So fullback dive. I got to figure out how to fit all that in on the poll, but that's a good one.
FB dive.
There we go.
It's like 6 letters.
Yeah, but it's got to be in context. People, he went into some depth there. So
Make a short for it.
Yeah, triple option.
Put a link.
Dive.
Put a link underneath it.
Here, example here. It's just like a 2-second clip of a fullback.
Yeah, just
Get
put
the ball
Georgia
taken
Tech,
mark
just put
icon
Georgia Tech
beside of
highlights
it.
for their last 5 years.
Oh, all right, J-Vi, you want to go next?
I'll stick with football here.
Ooh.
Being a kicker.
Uh-huh.
I'll say the pooch kick.
Ooh.
And I'll say that because as a kicker, you want to hit bombs. You want to go full John Daly, hit bombs.
Yep. Tommy Tanks.
For the betterment of the team,
Yeah.
sometimes you got to do a pooch kick. You got to kick it to the 20, let them fair catch it, take your losses.
Okay.
But I will say, I'll tell a quick story here. First pooch kick ever. Well, actually, first college kick ever. We were playing LSU down in LSU.
Oh.
We were getting smoked first half. Trenton Holiday is their return guy. Everybody knows who Trenton Holiday was. Our
Yep.
whole goal was to kick it away from him. So our coaches are like, hey, Trenton Holiday is going to be on the left hash mark. I want you to kick it to the right numbers on the 20. My first kick ever. I come out there nervous, full crowd, LSU. I pooch it to the right numbers on the 20. Perfect kick.
Dime.
What does Trenton Holiday do? He runs from the left hash over to the right numbers. He catches the ball. He then runs it all the way back across the field down the left sideline numbers, and it's me and Trenton Holiday. And I somehow push him out of bounds. I'm not going to say I tackled him, but I pushed him out of bounds.
Humble brag.
And I still can't throw it more than 30 yards because my shoulder is still in pain. But the pooch kick, betterment of the team.
No way I'm going to be able to fit all that in the box for the Twitter.
Again, put a link or a question mark icon beside of
hashtag Trenton Holiday tackle.
hashtag.
Hey, come on the show. Come on the show, Trenton Holiday, wherever you are.
Defend
All
yourself.
right.
Talk about truck sticking.
Yeah, how do you feel about getting truck sticked by a pooch kick?
Hey, Pat McAfee thinks he tackled Trenton Holiday first.
Lie. Hey, that's two. That's two
on the show, Pat McAfee.
Hey, we got two better stories than McAfee.
Yeah.
Ooh, we could bring Holiday and McAfee, and y'all could just duke it out, and then he'll
Specialist special.
Neither one of you tackled me.
Especially. Okay. Here's mine. It's the block shot in hockey. That's the equivalent of the sack bunt. The block shot, giving up your body, getting your teeth knocked out, going in, plugging them up like me right now, and then coming back out, finishing the game. Stick taps all over the boards after they clear it on the power play or on the penalty kill. After you block a shot, stick taps all over the place.
Yep, stick taps and smelling salts.
So
that's right, baby.
Yeah.
All right, Butch P.
So really, what it is when AK comes off the beach after playing volleyball on the beach and taking it right in the nose because somebody spiked it. That is equivalent to the sack bunt.
Gave
But
up my
that's
body.
really not the one I was going to go for because I'm going to cross you over and I'm going to take it to the court basketball
Oh, yeah, here he
and
goes.
taking a charge.
There he goes.
Oh my gosh,
No.
no!
That might
Wow.
do it. That might do it.
I don't know.
Wow. Okay,
Unless
That's
you're
a good one.
you're LaFlop James.
that's a good one. Hey, do you slap the floor once you take the charge?
Absolutely, yeah.
Do you writhe in pain?
Like if you take a
slap-
charge, the announcer's immediately going,
do
"That
you
guy's
do
got a
this?
high motor."
What do you look?
Yeah.
You lay on the court. You're like,
There
And
we
mainly,
go.
that's like the only thing I could do in basketball anyway. So I was like, oh, the charge taking guy.
Hey, you see this
Come
lane?
in there.
You're lucky there's not caution
Yeah.
tape right here.
it was
Oh, man.
almost murdered me there.
And by
There you go.
playing basketball, that was church league basketball and taking charges.
All right. So we have fullback dive in the triple option. We've got pooch kick. We've got block shot in hockey. And we've got taking charge in basketball, taking a charge in basketball. Man, I hope I don't screw that one up in the poll. Taking charge.
He'll be texting us later
Yeah.
going,
Yeah, I'm
what's
going to
the-
get sabotaged
Yeah.
for sure. No way I'm winning now.
taking charges.
Yeah, taking charge on the court.
Somehow,
Charging
somehow,
people-
block shot
Charging
is going to
people for
win.
admission in the game. Somehow.
Somehow, block shot is going to win.
Oh, man. All right. There's your water cooler debate. Let's get into a little bit of this golf tournament. Talk a little fantasy and DFS from the DraftKings lineup. The Travelers. Everybody shh. This is the fantasy and DFS segment. This is where we take our DraftKings lineups that we made for this week, primarily in golf at the Travelers, and we break it down. We give you our best and worst. We give you a headline from our lineups. We go over the MILLY. We do all that stuff. But first, Javi, I heard you were on the golf course today.
I was.
How'd that go?
Good question.
How'd it
As
go,
I said-
dude? Speaking of
As I
golf.
said before, my wife said that I didn't smell great coming. There were a lot of because I played with Edge from Edge of Erosion, and there were a lot of how dare yous that were thrown out, and you better not talk about this on the podcast.
Hey,
There were a lot of
In
those
reference
thrown
to
out.
him or what?
to both,
uh,
and then we actually played with two random guys, as I mentioned earlier, and they were great.
Mhm.
They accepted us as a part of their foursome, and they had a good kick out of some of the things that were going on. But hey, the flat stick got hot towards the end of the front nine.
I heard. Wait a minute. I heard you were you were chinking out on some stuff.
Ooh.
Yeah. Come on. I mean,
Man,
so
I'm just saying. A little birdie told me.
Edge.
We've got a
Little
source.
birdie
bought
told
We're
around
me.
not naming names here. We're just saying a source. We have a
little
source
birdie
that was.
told me that
Edge
you
bought
were-
around the fireballs, and I
Okay,
wanted to get to
okay,
this
mhm,
earlier, but hey,
mhm,
I'll let him
mhm,
have his. I'll let him
mhm,
have his thing. Edge
mhm.
bought around the fireballs,
Mm-hmm.
and as I was still paying up for these fireballs because I actually paid for them,
How did he buy when you paid for?
he ordered them. I paid for them. He chugged his, and then he goes to shoot. And as I'm still paying for him, I start to drink mine, and he's like midway through, so I stopped drinking because
Oh,
you guys know
okay.
how I am with shots.
Okay.
I didn't want to cough
Did your eyes start watering?
during the middle of his backswing, so I took a little sip, and he goes, "Did you only take half of that? That's a how dare you!" So I was like, "Come on, I didn't want to cough during the middle of your backswing."
That's exactly how he sounds, too.
No.
He sounds like that
Okay,
British guy
okay,
who's laughing at
okay.
the guy with the high voice.
I gave you a chance to try and redeem yourself right there. You didn't do it. But that's okay.
We have some commentary, just a few minor points. I was going to actually you, but it says, don't talk about golf if you don't break 100. How dare How dare you talk about golf if you 3-putt every hole?
Oh.
How dare you talk about golf if you all of a sudden play captain's choice off the tee box with someone you don't even know?
Mm-hmm.
How dare you use your drive if it hasn't worked for you in 17 holes? These are just sources that were close to the course.
Mm-hmm.
Not naming any names.
Mm-hmm.
Comment.
I got another one later on the show. But let's go. I'm gonna save it.
Yes, let's save it. This is gonna be great. Okay, here's the headlines. 5 words or less headline. This is what we're gonna get into. But can we celebrate here? We went 4 for 4, boys. The guys went 4 for 4. Wait, did he just? All right, J-Vi out, gone. We don't know where he went.
Keep going.
Did he get mad?
No.
The won't miss the cut in a million years guy finally on the board with style. We'll get to that in a minute. We had a couple of withdrawals, which was Kisner and Mackenzie Hughes. He had a kidney stone. So, and I don't know what happened to Kisner, but it is clearly a hobby as of late. All right. So here's the headlines. Here's mine. Ronald McDonald, the clown. My goodness. There was a quote that came out that said he would not have even played if it wasn't an elevated event. I don't know how we didn't see that, because that sunk probably about 3 or 4 of my lineups. So he almost made the how dare you list, but no. That I don't know what happened with him. He missed it by what, 2 strokes? Yeah. So John Rahm, clearly it was not meant to be for him. He just was not interested. All right. Tex.
More than a Keegan.
More than a Keegan.
Dude was on fire all tournament. The whole tournament. I mean, I think he was negative 23 to finish.
Yep.
Yeah, let me just check that. Yep, negative 23 first.
Ooh, your guy. Did you play him?
Negative 8, negative 7, negative 6, negative 2. Yep,
Did you
him. Played
Nice.
him, and he was also my Seymour Green's Mr. Putts.
No, that was Tony Finau.
Yeah, it was Tony Finau.
Oh,
Don't try to do that. Don't do that to the people.
but I played him.
Nice
But
try.
he did
And
make the cut, so you're off the schneid.
He did make
Yes.
the cut.
you now did. So, and I just want to put my hand up right now and say,
Also played Finau.
Cannot believe that I laughed in your face whenever you said Keegan Bradley. So in my face,
In your
full
face.
circle.
Mm-hmm.
You or somebody said yuck.
I think it was me. I was like, ugh.
He said Keegan Bradley, and you was like, yuck.
I went, ugh, ugh. Shows what I know, not advice. Not advice. Come on the show, Keegan. All right, Butch P. Butch P, what you got?
Mid tournament, cold-hearted for Eric
Ooh.
Cole.
Ooh. Maybe it's
And
cold outside.
Number 12 was yes, and he gave a snowman to us on number 12.
Holy
Day
Cole
3,
moly.
rolling, and then I don't know what the heck happened. Like he hit it out of bounds. He had to hit a provisional, hit that provisional in the grandstands, which they apparently, I guess, didn't give him relief like they did in the Canadian Open. And then, so he had to hit another provisional, end up having to play that. So he's lying 5, hitting 6 into the green and 2 putts for an 8. Man, that just killed everything I had going. He did have a nice day today, -5, but cold-hearted for your 8, which is a normal score for me, but you're a professional and that's your job.
Yeah. Dude, holy cow, man. I didn't know he had an 8. I played a lot of Eric Cole. We'll get to that in a minute, too. All right, J-Vi, let me read his. We just got word from J-Vi that the power went off in his house. So, man, we got nosebleeds. We got the power going out. I mean,
Isn't he, they're Georgia fans, right? When the lights go down in Georgia.
I'm waiting for him to sign back in on his phone and be completely pitch black. But his is Levy to Reevy, and I'm guessing he said that because Chaz Reevy was pretty electric out there over the weekend. So, all right.
Whole
Here's a sec-
neighborhood.
Oh no.
The whole
Okay.
transformer just exploded.
Got the neighborhood
Dang,
Facebook.
dude.
Got the neighborhood Facebook group popping off right now.
Somebody call Mark Wahlberg and help
Yep.
him save the Transformers.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Tex, there's a fire flame. Just one, not fire flames.
Just one. NBA draft. Hottest outfit in the whole thing.
Dude.
Grady Dick went full
Yes.
Ruby Rod from Fifth Element.
Dude.
Looking like this dude.
Yes.
With the
Who
full
was that?
spark,
Chris Tucker?
yeah, Chris Tucker. Full on
Come on, show.
ruby red
Come on the show.
turtleneck, sequenced out suit.
Dude,
Fire
he
flame.
looked like a walking impersonation of Dorothy's red slippers.
Yep, he did.
He could have slapped his arms by his side, 2 clicks, and gone home.
Yep.
And then
Kansas.
another question I had from that outfit, if he was wearing he had a turtleneck too. I was like, but my question was, is that a Dickie or a turtleneck? And if not, he should be wearing Dickies and he should get a Dickie sponsorship without question.
Absolutely.
So, all right, Grady Dick. There we go. I don't think I had anything. I think I wrote down something, but I don't think I had anything of note. So, anyways, all right. She list. Anybody make it? Anybody make it on the list?
Not for me.
I didn't really have anybody either. I'm not going to put Rom on the list, but he bamboozled me. I would say maybe Hubbard
And Siwoo Kim.
Siwoo Kim. Oh man, yeah. Siwoo Kim. I was looking at I had some good lineups, but most of the ones that I had cashing were cashing from the get go. So Rom really kind of threw us under the bus there. All right. Here's the best and worst from the Travelers Championship. We're going to recap our guys, which, like we said, we went 4 for 4. Not advice, though. But for the first time ever, we are 11 out of 16, and 3 of those are mine. 2 of those are Texas. So Javi and Butch P stay hot. So my guy, the won't miss the cut in a million years guy. I put all my chips on the table for Carson Young, and he came out blazing on Friday. I think he went 5 or 6 under. And then finished at 15 under, tied for 15th, 108.5 points. So we're on the board. We're not looking back. The can't miss the cut in a million years guy. I redeemed myself. Thank you to Butch P for giving me the horns to grab so I could bring it back into submission. All right. Butch P had Rory, who had a pretty good day. You called the win, but he didn't win. Explain yourself.
Hey, can't win them all.
It's true. It's true.
What did he finish though? He finished like 4th highest in points and 7th place, another top 10 for Rory. I think that's 5 in a row. So he's back.
Isn't it funny how people are like, "Oh, he's fell off." It's like, what?
Yeah, exactly. They'll be saying that about Rom too, and he'll come out and
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, edge. Yep. Nosebleed. Happened before the show. Nerves. All right. Tex, the Seymour Putts Greensmaster, Tony Finau. Go ahead.
Hey, he was making shots. I told you he was top 5 and birdies made, and he was mostly on fire.
9
Top
under
45.
though. That's hilarious. 9 under in this tournament is tied for 40.
Yep.
Wow.
Tough though. It's a tough course to win on. If you can't.
Well, yeah, you gotta shoot 25 under. It's like freaking EA. It's like EA Sports out there.
It's crazy, man.
wait, is that the
Crazy.
highest score though that they've recorded?
-23. I don't know.
on that course. Not
There you go. Babyface Tex. He went to Dude Perfect once, shaved his beard because he got out bearded at the concert.
J-Vi just confirmed he
Trans-
thinks there's a transformer out.
Oh no. Oh
So,
no.
Call him in.
Megatron's there. All right, J-Vi had the Clarence Carter strokes gain guy was Russell Henley. Boom. He had a pretty good day. I can't remember what all he did, but he was pretty good. But Henley was a good call too. All right, let's get to the best and worst. So I'll go first. I had a lineup that scored 587 and a half. And that was pretty good. That got me inside the top 10, the top 400 of my contest that I was in, which was a single entry. So I was pretty happy with that. That lineup had Scotty Scheffler, come on down. And Scotty's was, I think he was 18 under. Was it 18? 19. He was 19 under, top 5. Guy's a machine. I had Xander, who was a top 20. He was 14 under, both over 100 points. Eric Cole was 13 under, tied for 24th. Eckroat, 13 under, tied for 24th. Carson Young, 15 under, tied for 15th, also over 100 points. And then the worst was Justin Suh, who shot 6 under and was tied for 56th. So my 587 and a half was 116 points off the top score. So made my money back and then some. So I wasn't too bad. I wasn't too happy or too sad about that. But holy cow, Justin Suh, I don't get it. He went 2 under, 4 under, 2 over, and then 2 under. So you can't have a dude shoot over par on this whenever people are shooting 25 under and stuff. So, but he was in that 7,200 range. All right, Tex, go ahead.
So my best lineup was Keegan, who finished first. Aberg had a great day. Trying to get my lineup pulled up here. He went -3, -5, -5, and even today, but still put up 91 points. Bradley put up 146 and a half for me, and he was, just electric the whole tournament. The Gala was one of my worst performers. Started off hot, went cold on day 2, went hot again Saturday, and then +1 today, which was a rough go at it. Mike Kim was absolutely guns blazing.
Yes, that dude's awesome on Twitter.
For the first 3 days. Then again, +1 today. Tough go at it. And then Hovland was steady Eddie all tournament.
Yep. Ooh, 551, not bad.
551.
Quick story about Mike Kim too. He put out a tweet that said he's going to get on the stack system. I don't know if you guys know what that is. It's supposed to increase your club head speed. So we got in the comments, come on the show. And I said, hey man, you should try to rev up the RP Kims. Come on the show. He didn't say anything, but I thought it was good. All right, Butch P.
It's because he was on the course playing. AK, don't take it to heart.
Come on, man.
All right, so I had Scotty Scheffler, Fowler, Adam Scott, Brian Harmon, Eric Cole, and our boy Tyler Hubbard.
Oh my gosh, dude!
Which totally ruined that lineup because his 35 points. If I drop down and get Reevy there,
gosh,
that thing's humming because Scheffler, Fowler, Harmon are all top 5 scorers of the weekend or the week.
Yeah, they're you'll see him down below there once we get to that. You'll see a lot of those guys.
Right, exactly. Yes. And then Reevy puts up 118 versus 35 and was what, $100 or $200 cheaper than Hubbard. Man, that could have been rolling for me. Wouldn't have won, but certainly would have improved.
You said at one point you could have been. There was potential had you made the right call to be pretty far up there in the Millie Maker.
Yes, there was
at
one point. I had a lineup that was a Cantlay lineup.
Yeah,
and I forget who I was missing two guys that was winning up there, and I think it was Reeve and at the time I think McCarthy because he was tied for first. But of course, Keegan Bradley was your guy.
Yeah,
he had to have the most points, right?
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
So good pick there, Tex. None
Way
of
to go,
us
dude.
took your model, and it was the number one pick of the draft.
Yeah. So Javi had he's not here, but he had Keegan and Reeve as his best. So he did play those two. And then I guess Rom sunk him. He must have had a pretty good lineup if he had Rom, which is can't believe he let us down, man. Unbelievable.
Do you think he withdraws next tournament?
No, I don't even know which one the next one is. So we'll get into that on Tuesday when we record. But so there you go. There's our best and worst. Sheesh, John Rahm. All right, let's get into the scumbags and the stud bags. Scumbags, you're going to be scoring 30 and below here. And we have three categories: 8,500 and above, 7,500 and above, or 7,500 to 8,500, and then 7,400 and below. So the scumbags score 30 and below. These are the guys that you played and paid up for that you assumed would do good, but did not and let us down, let all of us down. And then the studs are the guys that delivered. Same thing, 8,500 plus for the price tag on DraftKings, and then 7,500, 8,500, and then 7,400 and below. So scumbags, John Rahm, 11.5%. He scored 30.5 points, cost you 10.8K. Morikawa, he had 39.5 points, but I just wanted to throw him on there because you just when you think you're like, yeah, I can trust him. No, you can't. Nope. He's on the list. I think he's on the forever list.
Missed it on the number. What he started off like +4 day one, came back miraculous 7 under day two. You're thinking -3 is going to get you in, and then it moves to -4.
Yeah, like right at the close to the end on Friday, wasn't it?
Yes.
Holy cow. Jeez. And then Tommy Fleetwood. Javi called the win. He's not here to defend himself. Come on the show, Javi. Defend yourself. He was 20% owned at least, and then 31 points. And then Max Homa, what's going on with that guy? He's missed like 2 or 3 cuts in a row. And he's just when he gets priced down low, that's when you're going to want to get him in the lineup. The studs here: Scotty, Rory, Xander, Cantlay, Ricky. Man, love to see Ricky up there with the studs. All those guys scored over 100 points. So most of the studs delivered with the exception of Rahm and Morikawa. Scumbags from 7,500 to 8,500. Siwoo Kim, 28.5 points.
That guy. Put him on the list.
Dude. Matt Kuchar and then Seamus Power both under 30 points. They didn't really kill you, though, because their ownership was really low, less than 3% for both of those. Studs from the 7,500 to 8,500. Keegan Bradley cost you 7,800, scored you 146.5. Monster. Corey Connors, over 100. McCarthy, over 100. Minwoo Lee, he's picking up steam. And then Harmon, all over 100. So some good picks in that range.
Yeah, just anybody but Siwoo Kim.
That's literally same thing with the 8,500 was anybody but Rob. Unbelievable. Okay, and then 7,400 below, scumbags, Bro Rogers, Taylor Moore, Svensson, just wanted to throw him on there. And then CT Pan was one of the higher owned ones down there. And then your studs, man, there was some good gosh, dude. There's like 8 people on this list. Rye, Griot, Eckroat, Lucas Herbert out of nowhere, like RKO Randy Orton style. Smalley, Reevy, Carson Young, and then some dude named Zach Blair cost you 6.3, scored 129.5, 0.00.01.
And nobody had him.
Fertile grounds there in the dart throws. Fertile
Golly,
grounds.
man, you're talking. Yeah, I mean, but this is the course is they shoot low here, so that's what Butch was saying on Tuesday.
Yes.
It's like anybody can go here, except for John Rahm.
Right. And it's 6,800, so it's fitting everybody's game. So,
Yep.
I mean, that's why you have Zach Blair and Herbert and guys like that, Reach, Smalley. Do they typically contend in these big fields like this? Probably not, but this course, yeah. So actually makes it fun on a DK perspective that you have to value the entire roster.
Yeah. It was. I mean, it's fun. Like, I mean, getting those guys that are way down there like that blow up and have awesome days or weekends is phenomenal. All right. I didn't so this is the top lineup from the tournament I was in. I don't know if it's the official Millie Maker lineup, but this lineup scored 701. I don't know what the Millie Maker did, but Butch P, you want to run this one down unless you have the Millie?
No, go ahead. I have the Millie.
Go ahead then.
Dang, I just lost.
He lost it.
Now.
Lost
He
it.
lost it. He lost it. Power's out. Transformers are down.
Transformers are down.
Dad
Hang
blame
on. There it
Megatron's
is. Hang
taking
on,
over
I'm
the
going
world
to the
here.
top. I'm going to the top. 726.
726. Let's
Yes.
hear it.
Jeez, that's a
Who was it?
Cantlay, Fowler, both played. Bradley, Tex played. Harmon, I played. McCarthy, y'all
I
played. Did anybody play Corey Connors? I did
Uh-uh.
not play Connors. I don't think any of us played Corey Connors, which doesn't make any sense why we didn't, because he's electric.
I thought you mentioned him on last show
I
because I laughed because I laughed at you and you said iron play, and I said disgusting, but yet again I was wrong. So
yeah. So I mean, very electric there. We definitely had combined 5 out of 6 together. So I don't know. We just didn't put it together.
wasn't a Millie though, right?
Huh?
It was 200K.
200K to first, and yeah.
There you go.
And I'm having like my best lineup had half of those guys.
Yep.
In there. Actually,
There you go.
Scheffler was 123, but Cantlay was 124. So that would have been terrible to lose by 1 point.
Oh yeah, that would have been awful.
I mean, happy, bittersweet, 100K to second, but
Yeah, but not 200K for 1 point. All right, we go to the Rocket Mortgage Classic is next. Tony Finau won that last year, but
Yep.
Ricky the Rocket Fowler, wasn't he sponsored by Rocket Mortgage at one point? I don't know if he still is or not, but is it time? Is it time? Is it time for Ricky?
He has to close though. I mean, today he struggled again after having 10 under.
Oh yeah, he shot a 60.
Shot a 60 and what did
2 course records.
It was like like 1 or 2 under or something, right?
We had 2 course records at the U.S. Open. Then we had 2 course records at this one. I mean, we got records everywhere, man. These dudes are lighting it up. So he's got to go back to the all orange. Once he buys into that, then he'll be fine.
What did he wear today?
Right,
I didn't see.
I don't know. Normally he wears the like white pants and like orange striped shirt with an orange hat. He wants to. He's right there. Just do it. Just fill in those. Just fill it in.
Banana Vice.
Not advice. Come on the show.
All orange.
Come on the show. All right. Let's get into our final segment. The How Dare You's, other relevant sports news. Nobody say a word. Okay, this segment right here is brought to you by Real and Neat Outfitters. Promo code GOATS. Spend $60 and get free shipping, 10% off your order at checkout. At Real and Neat Outfitters, our passions are family, salty air and smiles, coastal flair, and Carolina roots make our designs as original as every lineup you make in DraftKings. That is www.raeo.live. Go check out. We're making shirts for different occasions. We've got first we did the whammy wagon shirt for Texas A&M. Then we did the home run shirt for LSU. We did the Wimbin Brahma shirt for the Spurs. So we're moving with the times here, folks. We got stuff coming out on demand, ready for people to have it when they want it. All right. How dare yous? Tex, you want to go first?
I mean, without Javi here to defend himself, it's not near as good. Not near as good. He was making bets with a. He left out the part where even though he bought the fireball shots, he was making bets to take fireball shots, and then was losing the bets, wasn't taking the shots, and then trying to go double or nothing on the bets, and still wasn't taking the shots. So he's not here to defend himself. So it's not. It's just mine was guys who make bets that they don't cash.
Wow.
So
they don't honor.
Nope.
He's writing checks. His mouth is writing checks. His behind can't cash.
His mouth was writing checks that his mouth wouldn't cash.
There you go. Oh man,
he's not here to defend himself to try and find a way out of it, but he can't because he didn't cash his checks.
So wait, he was on the course saying, okay,
if I make this putt, or if I make this putt, you got to take a shot, and if I miss it, you got to take it. And he's missing putts, not taking the fireballs.
Wow.
And then going to the next hole and trying to double or nothing, and it still wasn't taking him because he's a coward.
He was still losing.
Yeah, and he was still losing. So mine was guys whose mouths are writing checks that their mouths can't cash.
Are you how daring him?
I'm how daring him.
You got to say it. Say how dare you.
How dare you, Javi?
Okay. Mine is Crunchy Snacks. How dare you, Crunchy Snacks? Somehow, no matter what, every time one of my children eats a crunchy snack, I seem to step on it and crush it all over the floor and then have to go clean it up. Every time. Doesn't matter if it's a veggie straw, a chip, a cereal piece. Like, I'll turn around and all I hear is and I'll go like this. It doesn't matter. Every time they eat them, everywhere they go. So no more crunchy snacks. We're just eating gummies.
Is that
from
in
here
your
on
Hey
out
Dude?
in this house? Yeah, dude. In the Hey Dudes. Hey Dudes are looking a little thin on the bottom here. I was noticing that today. I don't want to have any slippage.
Nope.
I might have to.
Then you'll resort to Crocs.
Dude, I'm telling you, man.
Or the Tufts.
I'm telling you. So, mine. How dare you, Crunchy Snacks? Stop finding your way under my feet. All right, Butch P, what's yours?
I'm gonna go to the golf course myself because I was playing today.
Ooh.
And my wife wanted to come, so I was like, "Yeah, come on, go and play." You know, just a regular golf course.
Pudding Ridge.
Yes. Well, like, yeah,
Come on the show.
I'm sure they'll just let you on.
Come on
I
the show.
made her pay exactly what I had to pay to watch.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, no.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you at least let her earn her money and just either you took her strokes, or
Well, she has I have bought her clubs before, but it's like one of them things like wanted, and uses them to the driving range and see how the game was, and I didn't bring them because she wasn't playing, so it's like, dude, really, you going to charge us for her? Like, I can get it if it's like some big fancy like country club or something. Most people have like a traveler or spectator fee, but I was like, man, this is a little steep for the course. and they're electric golf carts. Like,
Dude, I
So,
remember seeing that sign though a couple weeks ago.
yeah, I mean, I didn't pay
I remember
attention.
seeing it.
Yeah, so I didn't pay attention to that.
I thought
So,
whenever I read it, I was like, "That's weird."
yeah,
They
so
must have
I
had
mean,
there's a sign for a reason. Somebody's done something stupid out there, and they're like,
well,
"Never again."
I'm sure people have abused and just kind of like hopped on and started playing, and I'm like, definitely not the case here. She can't play with my clubs. Doesn't have any clubs. I guess people could stash them in my bag. I didn't think about that then, but whatever. I mean, I'm not that. To me, I'm just not like trying to cheat them out of money.
Come on, we're gonna sneak you on the course. Watch
Yeah.
this. We're gonna tell them you're just gonna ride and you're gonna get an 18 in.
Right. I mean, like, anyway.
You
so,
scumbag! How dare you? Actually, how dare you? Trying to fool the golf course. You disgust me.
But anyway,
right.
so, which is great because I got all these great videos that she just like randomly took of all my bad tee shots.
Why didn't you send? Why didn't you send any?
Well, I mean, we can do it on. It's coming Tuesday.
Okay.
We'll put them on
Dude,
the show Tuesday.
Yeah, we'll upload those things and do
That
it
was
like
the
a
one
screen
I
share.
was just so frustrated. I drove the tee right back into the ground. Just hammered it back
did
down.
the ball just pop straight up?
No, I sliced it pretty bad, but that was actually.
You took a mully?
Huh?
You took a mully on that one?
No, I dropped.
Dude, I was gonna say you should have just played 2 rounds if they were gonna make you pay for 2 people.
Actually, ended up making still bogey. It was a par 5. I still made bogey after that drop, but still, like, yeah, whatever.
Hey, got to get in the fairway. All right, J Vise was the Gold Cup. I don't know what he was gonna say here. Is that the one where USA lost to Jamaica?
No, they tied to Jamaica.
Oh, okay.
They tied them. They tied the Reggae Boys.
Oh no.
That's bad, right?
I think so. I mean,
he's our soccer guy.
I feel like USA should be winning that whole thing every year. Got the best.
Who's in the Gold Cup?
Losing to an island nation of way less population, way less soccer talent. I don't know.
Whoa!
I don't know who all. I don't know who all. I don't know who all.
Apparently not.
I don't know who all wasn't playing for the U.S., but I doubt they had all the big dogs there.
Mm.
Is that the men's team or the women's?
Men's team.
Well, I guess the women's are about to play in the World Cup, right?
Yeah, it's coming up in a couple months.
Does that mean we don't qualify for the World Cup?
No.
Are we?
We're still in.
Oh, is that not that again?
Oh, geez. I don't know how that works, but we can't be tying. We have to win. All right. Other relevant sports news. How about this in the NHL? Just one note. Ryan Johansson from the Predators center to the Avalanche.
I mean, that's a whew.
That's you know what, because they lost Landeskog. He's out for another year because of complications with his knee issues.
Mm-hmm.
I think he had a cartilage replacement surgery or something, and the cartilage didn't take. So that's an insurance policy there for their top lines, being out their captain.
Yeah, that's a good pickup though.
Yes, it is. Very good.
Yes, very good.
So, and none of this is going to be any fun
without J-Vi
because
here to
J-Vi is not here. Because my first note in NFL news was the Bills are the current target right now of the media, and I call this the ARC target. This is my term. So in football, you are a team that you've only got a certain amount of time to the media to cash in on winning a Super Bowl.
Oh.
Or the media.
There's the clock's ticking now.
The media will jump in and try to start puncturing holes in your entire organization.
Or are the Bills moving to Texas?
No. What they're doing is doing all the Stephon Diggs talk.
That's a throwback.
The Josh Allen isn't focus talk. The head coaching, like they hyper focus on one team that's been really successful and close to winning.
Yeah.
They did it to the Niners a few years ago. And they did it to the Seahawks before that. where these teams, like they're just the media is foaming at the mouth to get in there and find anything wrong with these teams that are supposed to be really good, but they start picking them apart and they lead off every talk show with the Bills are in trouble. Stephon Diggs isn't happy, and they just start poking.
Hey, I can already see it now. Stephen A. Smith, hot take. Diggs should call the plays.
Oh, there you go. There you go. So the Bills are the current arc target of the media. That's all I'm going to say after I just said all that.
I mean, they should just deal Diggs away.
He did this in Minnesota, too. People forget. He got all mad, hot, and bothered, and then demanded a trade. So, but if you guys notice that about the media, they
Yes.
love to focus on that one team and just not the Cowboys because they just talk with the Cowboys nonstop. But
Yeah, but they focus on teams that are easy to pick on, like the Niners and the Seahawks and the Bills. You know, they're pretty
Yeah.
easy targets.
yeah, I mean the ones that are like always in the playoffs and went going to like the second,
Hey,
third
What
championship
are
rounds.
you talking about?
Oh yeah, moral victories.
Wow.
Rounds.
Hang the banner. Made the playoffs 4 years in
Yeah.
a row. Put a banner back there. Hang it up.
There it is.
Well, I'm not hanging the banner. I'm just saying it's an
We'll
arc.
we'll make
arc-
each one of your cinder block of your foundation wall
Mhm.
there.
How many
a
water
banner,
cooler
a banner.
How
Each
many
one
water
will be
cooler
a
debates
banner.
I've won?
We'll paint it in there, and each one will be a banner.
Good. You know what I call that? Foundation. That's how you build a house. You got to build the
I said it was
foundation
a
first.
foundation.
You got to build that
Yeah.
first. You can't
No.
build a house from the roof.
Yes, you
First.
can.
Nope.
Yes, you can.
No. You can build it you can build the trusses, but what's trust without respect? The respect is the foundation.
I'm about to put a footer up your foundation.
Oh gosh. So Bills arc target. All right. Other news: charges dropped against Devontae Adams for shoving that security guard last year. You guys remember that?
Mm-mm.
He was going into the tunnel, and the security guard got in his way, and he like shoved him like 6 rows deep.
I don't
Whoa.
You don't remember that?
know.
What about Hadwin's
was it a
charges
story?
against the
Yeah, it was a
security
story.
guard?
The guy was just kind of standing there, and he happened to walk in front of Devontae Adams after I think he dropped a touchdown pass against. Oh, who was it? Was it the Cardinals? Might have been the Cardinals. And he's walking into the tunnel because it was a big play at the end of the game, and this security guard just crosses his path, and he freaking Hattie Ugan'd him into the next row.
Hmm.
It was, and then the guy pressed charges, so they got dropped though, so it means some sort of payout, I guess. And then this was another one that this was for J-Vi. Laporta, according to George Kittle, is the best rookie tight end in this draft class. That goes for you too, you Dallas fans who got the second. Is he for the Cowboys?
No.
Is Laporta? No.
No.
Who's Laporta for?
It was the dude. The Cowboys got a dude from Michigan.
Oh yeah.
But
Who was
the
Laporta?
the Bills drafted Kincaid.
So he's been
That was
deemed
Utah
the
guy, right? Or
Yeah.
Stanford?
Utah.
Utah. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Next year the guys from Bennett from Georgia.
Oh yeah, that guy.
No, that's not.
Hands
Is it?
down.
That's not Bennett, is it? That's not his name.
No,
It's Bo Bennett. No.
No. The Steelers
Remember
got the Steelers got the big dude from Georgia, the tight end.
No. I'm talking
Zero. I know who you're talking about.
yeah, he was a sophomore, so he's gonna be
he's from California.
I know who you're talking about. Brock Bowers.
Bowers. Yeah,
There it is.
Yeah,
The actual Bowers.
the actual
Yes.
the actual Brock.
It's Quinn Bowers.
No.
Quinn Bowers.
It's
No.
the best Brock in football.
No, absolutely not.
I would say so.
No, but Laporta, yeah, for the Lions is supposed to be the best rookie tight end. That was a shot at Kincaid and the shot at the Cowboys tight end, whoever they drafted. So, anyways, and then the Steelers drafted that Washington guy from Georgia. You remember that guy, the tight end?
Mhm.
He's 6'9", number 0. You guys don't remember him?
I remember, but I just remember the Bowers
No.
kid more just because he was such a weapon with the ball in his hands. Like that
Yeah,
guy was
he's a freak. So, all right, and then this other little bit of news. I almost said nose because I've been having nosebleeds. Kyler Murray, quote, jealous of the boys playing on this stage in Omaha. What do we think of that? Is he going back to baseball?
Is he talking about baseball or Call of Duty?
I don't know. Or is he talking about Peyton Manning?
Oh, I don't know.
Jealous on this stage in Omaha. Is that cryptic?
Mm.
Cryptic Kyler?
Mhm.
I think he's trying to go back to play baseball.
I think
What
so
if he
too.
just left? What if he just left the Cardinals?
He could.
I mean, he could. Wouldn't put it past him. So
But he just switches and plays for the Cardinals.
the St. Louis Cardinals?
Yeah.
Could he do that? He got drafted by the A's.
A's are going to
Well,
be in
they're
Las
going to be
Vegas.
selling. They're selling
Yeah.
the A's.
So
I guess.
very
I don't
possible.
know. That was another thing. The A's fans show up to the game,
Did a
with-
reverse protest.
sell the A's. That is hilarious.
That shirt is in the Hall of Fame now, I think. Sell the team. I'm not sure why, but I'm pretty sure I saw that. Unbelievable. All right, NBA. Wembanyama goes to the Spurs. And I saw a picture of him beside David Robinson, Manu Ginobili, and Tim Duncan, and he's a good head and shoulders taller than all those guys. My first thought of that picture was, we need a regular human being standing in that photo to realize how large these people are.
Yeah.
'Cause he made,
I mean, back in the day when the Admiral and Timmy D was playing, they called them the Twin Towers.
dude,
All the respect there, but that was 6'10" post right there, and which wasn't unheard of at the time in the NBA. So they just dominated and got a couple of final
he
wins.
literally
started
has
that
his-
Spur tradition.
he's got his arms around their shoulders and his head's like a foot taller. It's
Right? Yeah.
ridiculous.
What is he? 7'5" or 7'6"?
Yeah.
And then he
7'6",
does that little funky 3-point jump shot with it when he jacks his knee up. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Dude.
Like the floater. Jalen.
Yeah, he's jailing it from the freaking 3-point line.
The French float.
The French
Yes.
float.
The French floater. All right, and then the Hornets pick
Oh.
got booed. That was funny. They picked that guy from Alabama and they booed the Hornets fans in their watch party booed him.
Really?
I don't know why.
That's a tough. Well,
Is it? I thought he was pretty good,
whole-
right?
Yes,
He was-
he's
he was-
good, but it's like Tex. Go ahead.
the whole situation with him loaning that guy that gun that shot that girl. There's a lot of
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
all that, but still.
confusion
Yeah.
around that whole situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So there's some off the court issues
Yes.
that is Okay.
And then two brothers
yes,
got drafted
I saw that.
back to back. So that was cool.
What are they?
I
The
think they're twins.
Thompsons or something?
Yeah, Amen and Aura or something. And I just have to read this because I wrote this in the doc. It just says Dick suit, and I think I meant Grady Dick.
Yep.
But I just wrote Dick suit. Whoops. All right, MLB. Julio Rodriguez.
Google that real
Is-
quick.
No,
Dick suit.
absolutely not. Julio, don't do that, people.
Family show.
Julio Rodriguez in the home run derby at the All-Star game in Seattle. Yes, he's going to electrify and unify the country as he wins the home run derby if he can take down Pete Alonso. Now, you know who they need to get in the home run derby? The dude from the Reds. Ellie De La
Ellie?
Cruz.
De La
Yes.
Cruz. Yeah.
Yes. Get him in. I don't care what he has to do because I'm about to read off a stat here. And then that Reds and Braves series, this is what I was talking about baseball. That thing was worth every bit of price of admission. I wish I could have gone to that game, because that first game the Reds and the Braves played was, well, they scored like 12 or 13 runs. They were just going back and forth, dinger after dinger. And then the next game, De La Cruz hits for the cycle. And they had some sick jerseys. The Reds had some sick jerseys the other night. I would put that in one of the top jerseys I've seen in a long time.
Are they still
So-
streaking, or I knew they were
No,
won, like
They had won 12 in a row, and I think the Braves on another close game, like the Reds tried to come back again, and the Braves ended up beating him. But we're going to call him Selly De La Cruz, because he's always celebrating. That dude's he's unbelievable. The Reds are 14-3 since he joined the team, since they called him up.
yeah.
And that's when they had their winning streak. Angels scored 25 one game. That was nuts. Not as, I mean, it was cool until Florida did it a couple today, and then Tex wrote something in here about something.
Rangers still
25-1.
Do what?
Rangers still in the division.
Oh gosh, nobody cares.
Even though I'm gonna steal it from you, Butch. Even though they got swept by the Yankees, still 5.5 games ahead.
Oh,
Judge
you're
Still
welcome.
5.5 games up.
has a torn ligament in his toe.
Yankees aren't even in right now.
Nope,
Nope,
they're choking.
they're in
Is
it-
third. I think. The last
Is
time
it
I
time to
checked.
tank? Are the Yankees
they're-
going to tank?
They're second in the wild card too. They're 5.5 games behind the Orioles.
Wow. Is it time
Dude.
to is it time to tank?
You know, baseball is two halves. Oh yeah, umbrella. I'm buying the umbrella insurance.
Yeah. Dude, travelers are going to be doing a lot of traveling whenever they do break it down on Cancun on 3. 1, 2, 3, Cancun. All right.
They got some drama in Tampa Bay with their number one guy. He's having
Who?
some locker room issues too. I can't remember his name. He was man.
The Rays?
Yeah, the Rays are they're I think he's like a shortstop or a second baseman, but he was a top prospect a couple years ago. And he's actually going, remember the movie Mr. 3000 where they had T-Rex? He's doing the
Yes.
same stuff as that dude in the locker room.
Oh no.
Getting on guys about not
Hey.
and not running out not running out hits and stuff like that, ground balls, and just doing the same kind of stuff.
Whoa.
Freddie Freeman hits 2,000.
Oh, did he? Mr. 2000?
He's Mr. 2000 Club. Yeah, I think I
Wow.
just saw that. Maybe
Should we
today
make-
or yesterday it was 2000.
Should we make a
So-
shirt?
Hey, welcome 2K. 2K
Come on.
23.
Come on the show. All right. Other news, College World Series. LSU walk off. We got a recap here because we recorded before this happened. Butch P, I need you to explain yourself after you called Wake Forest champions. The walk-off home run by Tommy Tanks in the 11th on Wednesday.
I never said they were champions. I said
Check
they
the
were in
tape.
the winner bracket.
Check the tape. You said champion.
They
Then we-
were in the champion side in the winner bracket.
Now, do you think the beach ball curse is still alive?
No,
Hmm.
Wake is out.
I know. I know. So the beach ball curse is going into next year. Now, every time you see a beach ball this summer, you're going to like flinch. You're like, oh no, that cost us a championship. Extra innings in game 1 for the College World Series. That was awesome. Everything you want it to be from a baseball perspective. Tight, low scoring. And then today there was an absolute explosion by Florida. That game on game 1, that dude had 17 strikeouts. And there was a beach ball on the field, but neither team deflated it because they didn't want that. They didn't want it. They saw what happened to Wake Forest. So I think the beach ball theory is very relevant. I'm just saying. Anything else, boys, from the other relevant sports news? Do we have anything else?
46 days until NFL preseason, 74 days
Woo!
until NFL, and 61 days until college football.
Shout out Maru.
Shout
Yes, shout out Maru. Jeez, man. I was just thinking, I was like, okay, June is about to end this week. So we get
Mhm.
July this coming weekend, next weekend. And then I'm
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh, high school football will start
Mhm.
in August.
Mhm. Preseason
So-
starts
Halfway
the
through,
first
right?
week of August.
Yeah.
Is it the first week?
Yeah, it's like usually
Good
August
golly.
5th or something like that. So whatever 46
Wow.
days from today is.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, it'd be like, 2 weeks in.
There you go. All right. Inter Squad Dad Kings Jamboree. Butch P, 35 wins. J-Vi, 26. Myself, 24. Tex, 18. Dylon, 1. His one Canadian win. Still has not won on American soil.
Wait a minute. I won today in 2. I won the NASCAR and I won.
Okay, so you'll get
Golf.
a bump up to what, 20 maybe? Still in third. Doesn't matter. And I think I have more second place finishes than anybody in this. It's unbelievable. I still haven't recovered
Well-
since Butch changed the format in the NFL playoffs. I haven't recovered.
What are you talking about? You act like you weren't able to play in those.
I mean, I was able to play in them. We just switched the rules all of a sudden.
We didn't switch no rules.
All right. Follow us on YouTube, Rumble, The Millie Goats, on Twitter, @MillyGoats, on Instagram, @TheMillyGoats, our website and blog, themillygoats.godaddyscites.com. The list is still there. And get our apparel. We're going to be adding some more shirts. We have added more shirts. But we'll do those in real time. Real Neat Outfitters. So that's www.raeo.live. And then subscribe to our show. If you had a show, we'd subscribe, we'd rate it, we'd review it. If we haven't, just reach out to us. We'll take a listen for sure. Everybody love everybody, like Jackie Moon said. Anything else, fellas? This is our time to say whatever we want because J-Vi isn't here because he has no power. Nothing?
Got nothing.
All right.
Football's almost back.
Ball's almost back. We're almost there. Slam ball's coming back, by the way. I don't know if y'all saw that. But, all right. Until, I guess we will see you next Thursday. Until then, stay resilient. We'll see you.